Godspeed, John Glenn.
What's up, world? I'm Amber, and you're watching another Sit Down with the Museum TV. Make sure that you're keeping up with all of our content by subscribing to this channel and following us on all social media. And if you're a creative looking to bring your next big project to life, make sure that you look for a photographer or a producer or any creative on our directory on our website, tmtv.world. Now, you may not know, because I didn't even know, that our artists are putting in work in Boston. A lot of them even have industry credits. And today, our guest just landed credits, well, not today, but today's guest just landed credits with Don Q, PNB Rock, and Fabolous on the latest record, Chasing These Bands. We have Bizzy Genius in the museum. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm gonna come back here. All right, now tell me about producing. How's it been? How did you get started?
All right. Let me see. This is I'm trying to condense this story.
You said you've been doing it for like 8 years?
Yeah, 8 years probably.
Yeah, you gotta condense it.
All right, so how to get started? It was around high school, like 9th grade.
Yeah.
You know how they have the icebreakers where you go and you meet somebody just to switch tables and everything. So there was one dude who was sitting by himself. Shout out to Fide, and we just started conversing. And then you have to tell one thing somebody doesn't know about you.
Yeah.
So he said he made beats, and after he said that, I was just picking his brain, and I found out the software that he uses.
Okay.
And then as soon as I got home, I looked on the internet, downloaded it, but my computer couldn't really handle it. So I was making like 3 beats a year, because I would only make it whenever I had like access to a computer that could. So then around like 15, 16, I finally got a computer that could handle it.
Okay.
And then started making beats.
Were you making it for your friends or just making them?
So I was just making them just to make them. And then like, that's when SoundClick was popping, so people were selling beats online. SoundClick.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know about that. That sounds
producers would know about it, but
okay.
It was popping. That's where producers would sell beats online. So I would make them, just throw them up on there, and then shout out to my guy Lenny Luciano. We would battle, so that would just keep me on my toes and help me get better, because I was always on YouTube researching.
That's good.
So
that's good.
between 3 of us, we just kept each other on our toes.
All right. In the last year, 2 years, 3 years, when did it really pick up?
Let me see. I'll probably say.
It's like a big project that you can remember.
Yeah. Oh, big project.
Early on.
I'll probably say like I started working with Mouthy. He's a Boston rapper. I started working with him around like 2013.
Okay.
And for me, that was like the start of it, because I wasn't at the level I knew I wanted to be at, but I was still, challenging myself working with him. So that was the first time I worked with an artist who had actual fans and people who were checking for him, and having that experience of going on shows with him and seeing people be like, oh snap, you made this, you made that. So I would say that was the birth of it, to where I realized, okay, I gotta really go hard, because I like that feeling of putting something out and then having people, just seeing them at the shows, dance to it or turn up to it.
Yeah.
So that's at that point when I was like, okay, this is real, yeah.
I wonder if now that you're all seasoned and everything, seasoned producer, do you have any pet peeves?
In terms of what?
Like with music, when you're working with an artist or anything like that, no?
Let me see. I mean, I got a whole lot more growing to do myself, but
Okay.
a pet peeve would be probably like when the artist get impatient. Like, so when I'm working with them, or if I like send them a rough draft, yeah, they're like, yo, you gotta do this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. And then, I don't know, it's kind of like I already know what to do, but I'm just like, this is a rough draft, don't worry about it. But there's no real big pet peeves or anything.
That's good, because you gotta be open to work with people. And you particularly have like developed a relationship with Rosewood Bape, who's a Boston artist. For those who don't know, Rosewood Bape really developed, or at least got people's attention when he released his record Taxi, like a year ago, a couple years back. So how did you develop that relationship?
I mean, just the internet, thank God for the internet, because that's how most of, if not every relationship I had, well, most of them happened through the internet. So, working with Mouthy, me and Lenny, we were at the studio, and we take breaks and everything, like a smoke break or whatever. I wasn't smoking that night, I was chilling. So me and Lenny was just chilling, and during that time, we played music that we just landed upon, like, yo, you should check this out, check this out. So he puts on Taxi, and that was like, I heard it before, but I was trying to Shazam it, but never could.
Okay, so that's how you found out about it.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I heard this, I was looking for this track. And then, I found the name out, and then I got home like around 4 in the morning, I was like, let me see if it's like a flute, if I just was like, if it was Henny or something in my system that made me like it. So I played it, I liked it, And I listened to Miles, and I was like, okay, I feel like I can actually contribute something because that's the type of beats that I'm actually into making.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up that morning, my little brother happened to be playing taxi. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hit.
It's a sign.
Yeah, so it's a sign. So I hit him up in the email like, yo, here's some beats. If you like them, you know, you could rock with them and just go from there.
Do you guys have a big portfolio now?
Yeah, we work a whole lot now, and it's like we just fostered that relationship from that way because it was never about money. I just told him I want to do strictly, just do great things for the city, like just make hot music pretty much. And from there we just stayed consistent and just kept working.
Okay, cool. So he's been a good connect. Getting you connected with Malfi, getting connected with some of the artists that you were able to connect with for chasing these bands. So I do want to hear about that, the story behind how you got involved with that.
Oh man, that's just God right there. Like that was something I was never expecting. So chasing these bands, another producer sent Rosewood Bape like a track, and Bape hit me up like, yo, you know, this track is alright, but I want you to, you know, sprinkle some sauce on it, you know, just like some Bizzy sauce or something. So then when I first heard it, I was just like, man, I don't know what to do with this. I wasn't really feeling it, but I was like, since Bape asked, I'm gonna just, you know, mess with it, see what happens.
Yeah.
So I messed around with it. I still wasn't feeling it. I was like, man, this beat is like trash. But I was like, whatever. I'll just send it back, see what he thinks. And he was like, yo, I'm feeling this one. And I was like, all right, man, whatever. And then Babe happened to end up in the studio with PNB one time. And I got that text at like midnight. I was ready to go to sleep, and I was like, I ain't going to sleep.
Yeah.
Because he hit me up like, yo, I'm in the studio with PNB tomorrow, send beats. So that night I stayed up, made like 4 beats within like 3 hours.
Opportunity called.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sleeping. So sent those beats, and I also he also played that one for PNB, and then another track that I was holding on, which is There She Goes, which is on PNB's album.
Okay.
And I made that one for Bape, but he was like sitting on it for like 6 months. So I sent that batch, and he was like, he played it, and when PNB heard that one, he fell in love with it.
Yeah, so next time you listen to that record, make sure that you tell somebody that you know the person that made that.
Yeah, it's wild. So it's like, that ended up on PNB's album, and then Chasing These Bands, Bape played that track for PNB too, and he fell in love with that beat, and I was just like, what do these people see in this beat? Like this beat is like, I don't know.
It's okay though, it's okay.
I guess, and then like probably like a month later, I got the message saying that, yo, Fab is on it, Don Q's on it, and it's going on Don Q's project, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy.
That's crazy. So, I can only imagine like who you're gonna work with in the next coming months.
Yeah, I'm just focused. I need to get more. That's all I'm thinking about.
That's the goal. So in terms of music,
right.
You being a producer and seeing how music is really changing right now, it's in this weird, like, you know, middle ground, middle space. What do you think the role of the producer is now, or how it's changing?
I think it's pretty dope. It's like I feel like producers are definitely getting more appreciated.
I agree. I agree, definitely.
What makes you agree with it?
I mean, personally, from my opinion, maybe the emphasis on like parties and just like social gatherings is making the music more important, you know?
Nah, definitely.
Yeah, that's
like,
me.
of course, you're right. I mean, producers play a major role in that, you know, just setting the vibe and everything. It's kind of like being a DJ. And I think today we're seeing that when you look at DJ Mustard or Metro Boomin, certain DJs and producers, they're doing the same things because it's around the same realm. It's like you're creating waves. And I feel like that's the role of the producer, and it's not just one dimensional anymore. Like you see producers putting out albums, you see producers DJing, you see them rapping now. Because honestly, like we can do that. Like when we're making these beats, we're already picturing what artist is going on there. We're picturing how to structure it. We're rapping to it, believe it or not. We're like, you know, doing melodies and everything. We might not put it out, but we definitely do the same thing. So it's not one-sided anymore.
I've always appreciated the creatives that you don't really get to see doing the work, but you know they're in there like doing sometimes the most work. So shout out to the producers, man.
Shout out to the engineers too, because they go in.
That stuff seems complicated. There's like math involved. Legit.
It's funny. It's funny because I never really liked math, but there's math involved.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, you just get a feel for it though.
That's great. Well, congratulations on all the success and everything that's to come. If people want to follow you, where can they follow you?
Everything's Bizzy Genius. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. I don't have Facebook. BIZZY-GENIUS. That's it.
It's a lucky man. Do you have any shout outs?
I mean, dang, I don't know. Shout out to my mom, of course.
Oh.
I don't know, just everybody, family. Of course, my boy, Lenny Luciano. Everything's coming too fast right now. I don't know. It's just shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the Museum TV, man. Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you for coming.
No
Nice
problem.
to have you, Bizzy Genius. Make sure that you're keeping up with all of his work, and go ahead and listen to Chasing These Bands. You know the person that made the beat. That's cool.
I have one more shout out though. I can't forget. Shout out Rosewood Bape.
Yeah.
You know, Herb Gotti, Elijah ENT. You know, everybody, Breeze. I ain't forget. I'm forgetting people, but I just have to make sure I show them love too, because they definitely helped me on my journey.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Of course. Are you not entertained? If you're not already subscribed to the Museum TV, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not following us, I don't know what you're doing. But I'm Amber, and I'll see you next time at the next sit down. Bye.
All I wanna know is would you do it for me? All I wanna know is would you ride for me? If it ever came, would you slide for me? Pull up in that drive, she gon' cruise for me. If I say the word, she gon' move for me. I just wanna know would you ride for me? Run around town and get high with me.
I just wanna know if you gon' ride for me. Ride around the town and get high with me. Hold it pack down, I think the cops coming. If you could do that, you could be my shawty.